Welcome back, everybody. Whreck while whistling versus compLexity Gaming. The first debut of Wheel in the regional qualifiers. Charlie, are you hyped? Yeah, he
No.
is. He is hyped as
No.
hell.
I know you're hyped to see your boys wheel.
Let's go, Wheel. This is going to be a very biased cast. I have no problem with that. I hope you don't either.
Cap just hopes these guys go far.
Wheel.
So he knows if Wheel goes far, he's like, all right, we were legit guys. We're a good team.
It's more like if Wheel don't get totally wrecked, then it won't remind everybody that Veggies would have also gotten very wrecked in this regional qual. If they don't get wrecked, then it won't be in the minds of everybody
All right.
else.
Honest question. How do you think you would have done here?
We would have done garbage. I mean, honestly, I think we had maybe let's say 30% chance to make playoffs as the fourth team. There is obviously no way we're making it past fourth. Fourth would have been like the absolute peak of our team. It would have been like, we're shooting for fourth, guys. We're number 4. We're number 4. Like, that would have been the goal. Just making it a playoffs. Very likely we would not have made it, though.
All right. Well,
Do you think that is a correct call?
dude, you guys would have been last.
Come on, dude. I think you're overestimating NA Dota.
Come on, man. You're not overestimating yourself.
Wow.
You got Blitz on your team.
Blitz Dota. Dota.
Did you see his
legend.
punch?
That punch was so bad.
Anyways, we have a game in front of us, and no surprise on the bans. No surprise with the first pick Centaur, and something that a lot of people have actually been talking about in theory crafting is Silencer to counter Centaur. You go on somebody. The problem with Centaur is that when you go on somebody as the enemy team, Centaur ults, it's a save. It's so hard to burst somebody down, and it's doubly hard during a team fight.
Mm-hmm.
And Silencer, I guess, is sort of people's answer to that. You go on somebody, instead of Centaur ulting, Silencer ults, and he can't do anything, and then you can actually burst somebody down and try and take a team fight that way.
Yeah, I'm kind of with it, and I'm kind of not. For me, it's like I still feel like Silencer may not be fast
It's not
enough.
the answer, right? Because
Yeah, it's
Global
not the
Silence
answer.
is a much longer cooldown than Stampede.
Yeah, and on top of that, it feels like it's more of a counter to the ag save than some of the aggressive moves by Centaur.
Mm-hmm.
I feel like a lot of times, because the animation is very similar, right? The Global Silence and Stomp animation.
That's why Centaur is a first pick hero.
Yeah, that is true. But what about this? They did Centaur Abaddon. Huh?
I mean, Abaddon's
A
always
Photic
been...
Shield? You double edge? You pop the Photic
Yeah,
Shield?
Abaddon has always been an NA Dota favorite, and it's always
It
been
has.
a compLexity Dota favorite, so I'm not really surprised to see it here. Cole's picked it up, even when it wasn't like a flavor of the month hero.
You know what's weird? Omni is also an NA Dota hero, right? I saw Omni in Europe.
I think Omni's less of an NA Dota hero than like Abaddon. or
Then
something.
yes, less than Abaddon. I would agree, but I think maybe it's just because David M. Kim is a person. But whenever I think of NA Dota, I think of Omni spammers. So it's definitely there, right? And Europe 1-2 Omni from what was it? Ninjas in Pajamas, I think, somebody like that. No, it was Secret. Secret actually did it. I was blown away. I was like, what? No, Omni 1-2. Was their answer to Lone Druid.
Oh, I don't think that's a
why.
great answer to Lone Druid.
I don't think it's a great answer either, but it was their answer. Well, they had multiple answers. They had Omni, Timbersaw, and Slardar.
Sure.
Those were their answers.
Anyways,
Heal Wreck while whistling.
they pick a Magnus.
Magnus. Magnus was Jug. Great combination.
Mm-hmm.
Magnus also scales pretty well by himself going
Yes, he-
into to
Echo Saber.
Mm-hmm.
You go the Echo Saber first now instead of rushing a Blink. It does pretty well. You become like a real viable core yourself at that point, rather just an empower machine. And in return, compLexity picks up the Disruptor. Decent hero, good to punish. Not great against Jug. He can spin out of Glimpse.
But you maybe can catch him with Static Storm
Mm-hmm.
if before he spins. It's kind of one of those back and forths, right? I'm just interested. Like, what is this Abaddon doing? Is just off lane Abaddon? Safe lane Centaur?
No, I'm pretty sure it's going to be a 4 Abaddon.
And it's just going to duo up with
or
the Centaur?
You know what? It actually might. I think it's either 4 Abaddon or 1 Abaddon.
Okay. Yeah. I was thinking like safe lane Centaur, but either way, right? It's like compLexity are known for still kind of running aggressive off lane heroes for Moo.
Mm-hmm.
You know, they don't necessarily run the traditional safe lane.
I can
carries
definitely
for Moo.
actually seeing this being a 1 Abaddon. Super
Sure.
good against Juggernaut, right?
Yeah. I am not sure how good the carry Abaddon is. But it would be a very good space creator for a sniper, right? You've got 2 frontline heroes in Centaur and Abaddon. You want to be aggressive when you have a Disruptor, right? You want to be super aggressive. So Abaddon definitely fits that mentality.
This is also a much faster lineup with Abaddon as a 1 position carry than Wheel can, I feel, really deal with right now.
Mm-hmm.
They're playing around 4 big ultimates.
Yeah.
But Wheel seems to think that this is a 4 position Abaddon with that Slark ban.
Yeah. And I believe they are being misled.
I think it could still go both ways.
It could, yeah.
I
think the problem I see is, like, I don't think Abaddon is aggressive enough of a support to work with Disruptor. Right? I think a support Abaddon slows your lineup down significantly rather than a neutral hero. And a core Abaddon speeds up your lineup.
We fucking called it.
Good job. Spirit Breaker with Abaddon as well. Another hero,
dude, I like
another
this
space creator.
I like this
Cole
lineup so much.
Yeah, I do too.
I like this Cole lineup so much.
They have great answers to a lot of these initiations with Centaur Ags. Abaddon is... I don't know what Abaddon does here, because he's going to be a core Abaddon. He wants to be able to get some damage, but I'm also thinking that the Lotus Orb or Yules or something like that does have value, because getting rid of the global silence, then in turn a Photic Shield somebody else to be able to get rid of their silence. Like, that has some merit to it.
I mean, I think he's just going phase boots into Dominator, and then he's going to see what happens in this game.
Yeah. Probably pick up Radiance if the game's going well.
I don't think he's going to pick up. Do you think he's going to pick up Radiance?
I like Radiance on Abaddon quite a bit.
Okay, well, I think the Timbersaw maybe throws a bit of a kink in all these plans.
Mm-hmm.
There's a lot of melee strength heroes, and it's not too much magic damage to deal with it.
Yeah, he's also a really good tower defender, right? And that's one of the things that compLexity are going to be looking to take pretty early. Heroes like Abaddon. Abaddon is a fantastic tower pusher, sniper. He does pretty well at chipping away these towers as well, especially with the build that some have been going with the early, whatever that orb is called, the minus armor orb. You don't go Desolator, but you just get the minus armor.
Oh, you
orb
get the
on.
I'm actually braid farting too. I don't know what it's called right now.
Corruptor orb thingy.
That's right there, dude.
Oh, there it is. Blightstone. Whenever I hear that word, I think of the Warcraft 3, the Scourge.
What, Blightstone?
Yeah, with the blight on the map, you know.
Okay.
What race were you? Warcraft 3.
I played Undead.
I played Undead too.
All right.
I played Undead and Night Elf.
All right.
Yeah.
I mean, I didn't play very much.
Yeah, me neither. I sucked at it.
Yeah, the same. I mean, I think I played like 1 ladder match, and then I just started playing Dota.
Mm-hmm.
APCA US pros only.
I find RTS is too stressful. I don't know why I'm saying that, because I
play Dota like
but you know, it's more of like it's a mechanical stress. You know, like I feel like I'm constantly have to go and micro.
Right.
Dota's obviously a different kind of stress. It's other people.
I have to
stress
deal with
me
this
out.
asshole.
I have to babysit my goddamn team. Kind of stress.
Oh, here comes another Cap versus Reddit tirade.
I did not appreciate the way the Cap talked about pubs. I was
He's
one of those
so
people.
arrogant.
He yelled at me. I find him arrogant and rude. It is going to be off lane Abaddon though, and safe lane Centaur. They are going to run Abaddon Spirit Breaker together,
Okay.
which makes pretty good amount of sense, right? And then,
Sure. I mean,
Centaur will have to deal with the Sand King in lane. Well, no, I'm sorry. They'll have to deal with a Magnus in lane, with Sand King Silencer currently trying to set up a gank.
This is cute. We'll see
Yeah.
if this works. Like I feel like not enough teams do it yet for teams to regularly check.
Yeah. I am unsure if they have the damage though. They have pretty crappy level 1.
And you're trying to kill a centaur.
And you're trying to kill a Centaur. So they're gonna try it anyway though.
All right, here we go.
Well, step 1, getting a range of Burrow Strike. That is accomplished, but they see a better target. They're like, oh god. This Centaur is going to be awful. So they go ahead and stun him up. Skewer Melons back for an attempted first blood. And Melons is down.
Oh, he went for the lightning strike. Get some damage in.
Yeah, show those assholes what's what. But that's great. They get first blood for, who got it? Derp Derp, which is actually probably the best hero to get it. He gets early boots, faster arcanes. I think support Sand King, especially when you do not have a support a setup stun from your other support, is very lackluster. So you really need that good start. And he is going to try and go on a 747. Leads with a right click. The follow-up from KVH is there, and they very easily get a second kill. Go wheel. 2-0.
If they actually qualify, what would you do?
No, I would actually, you know, I'm saying go wheel and everything, but I would actually be very sad if they like made it to playoffs and stuff.
What would that say about our scene, man?
Not good things, Charlie. Not good things. But I would actually be very sad if they made it far. I want them to do middle, you know? I want them to beat a couple teams.
All right.
I don't want to be jealous. But I also still want them to do well. I would be so jealous. I'm jealous right now, Charlie.
Bible thumbs.
I would want to get some.
Raise your Bible thumbs for Veggie Esports. Dude, if you qualified, I'd legit quit whatever I'm doing right now, forehead, and just manage your team.
You'd quit being unemployed?
I quit being unemployed.
I think that's called finding a job, Charles. Monkeys is in trouble. That Whirling Death cuts him down to size pretty quickly. He is still going to be slowed down by the Caustic Finale. Another Bro strikes up, but it's going to be the Whirling Death that finishes him off.
No, they're not going to go for it.
Fine.
Yeah.
Wheel are doing pretty well for themselves in this laning phase, considering Silencer SK is pretty weak duo. They're Silencer's good at harassment, but they're not really good at rotating around and ensuring kills. But they are getting it with these rotations from Derp Derp. This guy's making it work. He's got the Tranquil Boots now, so for even faster rotations.
And they definitely needed to because their lanes are slightly behind right now. If SK didn't get those boots first and didn't make these rotations work, I think this would look so much worse for Wheel.
Yeah. Yeah, they need a strong start on their Timbersaw. They need a strong start on their Magnus as well.
They need a strong start on sort of everybody.
Yeah, they kind of do. They need a strong start on their Sand King. Like, they have 3 cores that all have to have a good start and are all susceptible to bad starts. Juggernaut, obviously, he needs a good start too, but he's one of those heroes that can always make it work.
Despite the early gank on Susie, he's keeping up. So this is something that we talked about last night with CCNC that I want to bring up here. This guy has gotten a lot better over the last few years. 747, that is.
Mm-hmm.
I used to think that he was maybe 3 months ago, or maybe a little bit longer than that. To me, he was very similar to he was a mid lane MP. He got his items, and he is not mechanically bad, but it was hard to feel his impact in games.
Yeah.
And now when I watch him, he's doing a lot of damage in team fights. He's winning Cole, just a lot of these fights, and he's becoming that impactful mid-game core that I think complexity really needs.
Yeah.
And when I talked to CC&C about it last night, and he said, yeah, like around that time where you noticed him getting better, he sort of changed his mentality about how he thought about the game. He stopped really emphasizing like just winning lane, and he thought about the game in more of a like we have to win mid-game fights, rather than just win my lane.
Figure out overall win conditions and how to make those happen. Currently, his whole entire idea is just farming up because he's a sniper after all. It's everyone else on complexity that's going to have to make the moves towards him. Another attempted burrow strike there from Derp misses out.
Bottom's getting going on.
Oh no! Actually did get him. So Dota the 2 ends up losing his Magnus. I haven't missed a kill in a while. That was a real bad camera control.
I know you didn't want to see Wheel die.
I didn't. Only Wheel killing things on screen here. So right now the score is 3-0.
Well, Derp is behind enemy lines right now, waiting for that bounty rune. Might make a rotation soon.
Try and wrap on mid. They do have the Omni Slash up, so if all that needs to happen is for KVH just to be able to close the distance without creeps. So if he can make this rotation, he should know the timing, right? The creeps are going to pass by at 15
he's just going to shrine up because he knows that Derp is coming.
Yeah. Oh, Centaur ultimate, though, goes down to bottom lane. Layla, very dead. Dota 2 is trying to make his way out. Might be glimpsed back. He is going to be glimpsed back. There's the stun, though, on 747. The Omni Slash successfully hits him all the time. Skewer out by Dota the 2. He's still going to be charged up. Is there going to be a rotation from anybody to stop this one? There is the silencer coming in. The cleave, it's not going to be enough. A little bit more. No bash whatsoever. And now Moo, he's going to die. Instead, Dota 2 picks up that kill. Or actually, Layla does. -2 intelligence as well. And Dota 2 is going to challenge Z-Freak, knowing that there's not much to fear without mana on this Spirit Breaker. Tries to hide himself in the trees somewhere. No opportunity to be found. Nice turnaround there by Wheel. 6-2.
The slow from... That was like one of the few instances where I see the slow from Arcane Curse really making a difference there.
Oh, have you seen the level 25 plus 25% curse slow? It's actually pretty insane.
Yeah.
Everyone gets so slow. I looked at that. I was like, nah, that's stupid. You just, like that late game, you just, go the attack range and turn into a right clicker, right? Then I saw somebody use the plus 25%. I was like, whoa, everyone's so slow.
Because the normal amount, like even at level 4, 18% isn't like that much.
It's not massive.
But I guess at level 25, it becomes
close to a 50%.
Close to 50, yeah.
It's what, 43%, I think. So Monkeys is the one hanging out in mid lane now. Does have his level 6. You can see hasn't leveled it yet, though. Doesn't want to have a false proc. That's what a lot of people try and do. Work around a Batten, try and force him below 400, get the ultimate to be used, and Batten has to play a lot safer from there. But Monkeys holding on to it for now. And they've sent 747 up to the top lane. He's going to be working on a Maelstrom, it looks like. They really need a successful gank on Ifrit, as this hero is close to getting out of control. Once he gets the... Does he need a Hood? Yeah, he still needs a Hood of Defiance in this game. Centaur is too much magic damage. Once he gets that, and he gets the Bloodstone, that hero is
I'm not really sure how they're really gonna kill him at this point.
Dota 2.
They're playing around with each other.
Yeah, skewers him back. Z-Freak doesn't have a charge, but he does have that ultimate. Aphotic Shield. Procced onto Monkeys. So Z-Freak will get out a couple ultimates there used on both sides. Derp might have to Burrow Strike up the cliff here. Trying to Sandstorm instead. He's going to have to Burrow Strike soon. Trying to dodge the ultimate, the Assassinate. That's not going to happen. Melon's going to be able to get the extra kill here. Locking in Dota 2. Doesn't have a skewer out. Does see the Shrine. Layla pop it for him. Oh, Dota 2 still too much damage. He still ends up falling. The Timbersaw is just taking this free farm, though. Ifrit is refusing to try and get onto that Shrine area. And honestly, it's just not a good idea. Complexity are a beast you do not want to fight with this Abandoned Centaur at an early peak.
And Disruptor hit 6 with that. Now so if Timbersaw TP's in, you're TPing into a Static Storm.
Yeah, they're gonna be able to get a glimpse here. They've got a lot of magic damage. This is why he's got that cloak, but he doesn't have the hood. He was trying to go for a faster Bloodstone, but he may regret that as he's definitely gonna die here underneath the silence. Oh, he came so close to killing Moo too.
But Moo, he does go for that hood.
Yep.
As with most Centaurs.
Yeah, you just farm so damn quickly, it's absurd.
This is your patch, man. Offlaner patch.
It is. You get the shrine. The only part that isn't an offlaner patch is the fact that there are a lot of strong laning phase safe lane carries being run.
Oh, is this the part where you cry about Lifestealer again?
Lifestealer is such a piece of shit. That is the only annoying part for offlaners.
Yeah, you know,
everything else is fantastic though.
I feel like it's been like every single patch in the last maybe year and a half has been like has made the offlane easier.
Yeah.
Artur cries about it all the time. He's like, my safe lane always gets run at.
Yep. We had that point where the offlane was so nice that we were running a lot of scaling offlaners. That wasn't for me though. I'm a run at you offlaner.
You're not a Void player.
No. I'm a Void player actually. That is the one hero that
the only one.
Yeah, it was the only one of the farmers that I picked up. Because it's at least somewhat fight worthy. Like you should be using your Chronosphere every single time it's off cooldown. So at least you have that. That was the only scaling offlaner that I really took. But this patch, a lot of run at you heroes, a lot of mech offlaners as well, which is where Monkeys is going to be going, or maybe not. Actually, he's going Helmet Dominator. Are they going to go on mech hero? Maybe not. A nice RP back, Dota to 2. Sending that one up with the pullback. They use the Omni Slash as well. Good thing, too, because there was that Static Storm. Now, Monkeys runs in with that ultimate. Layla's going to be kind of caught here. Still has the Global Silence, but not much that it's really going to do to save her. Holds on to it for now.
I feel like I might have cast or cursed 747.
Uh-huh.
I said he got so much better, and he's just like, he's sort of feeding in this game.
I'll show you, Charles. Ifrit closing in on that Bloodstone. Man, I'm so surprised he doesn't have the Hood of Defiance.
Well, he's honestly not that close to Bloodstone.
Yeah.
Well, this is another like sort of trademark of North American, South American players. Greedy.
Greedy, indeed. Everyone's farm is special and must be acquired. Because every one of them is the only person who can carry this game.
Everyone shoots for the ideal game.
Yeah.
There are no contingency plans, no half measures.
Do you believe that growing up in those kind of pubs affected the way that EG were able to be a very gold efficient team?
Wait. I don't. Okay.
Or do you think that was a separate idea?
I think that was probably a separate idea.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, definitely the pubs you play, the region that you play in, it definitely affects how you play the game, right?
Yeah.
There's no way it doesn't. But as far as being incredibly gold efficient, I mean, maybe it did. I mean, I think it probably definitely influenced. So that idea largely came from Alliance, taking from Alliance from TI3, and then also Artur's own sort of playstyle.
Mm-hmm.
So I think it's like a little bit of a mix of everything.
Yeah, because I definitely agree with you about the region affecting your playstyle. I think that's why the best CIS teams were very run at you heavy, right? Because it's kind of what they were best at because of what the region that they grew up in.
Right, and they sort of had like iconic players like Vigos,
Mm-hmm.
like heavily influence how you sort of want to play the game. You know, Clinton actually has an interesting story about like the legend of Egos or whatever.
Uh-huh.
And he's like part of the reason he always seemed so godly is because he always played on his own host. So he was playing. So he was playing at like 0 ping, and all the North American or Western European players or whatever are playing at like 100+ or whatever back on like Warcraft 3 servers or whatever. So Vigos is like running around doing all this crazy shit, and everyone's like has like at least like a second delay or whatever.
Oh man, that's funny.
I mean, probably. Like, some of that is... Oh, there's a team fight going on.
Oh, you want to stop on this team fight, Charlie. Okay, well, Melon's going to be the first to die. Monkeys has had his ultimate popped and just soaked up a lot of damage, but now he is a bit exposed, so we are going to try and turn onto him here, bringing him a little bit low with the Omni Slash, finish him off with the Chakram, nicely played out. 747 trying to get the damage done, will be able to finish off Derp at least, but with all of his other heroes down, including Moo, who's going to drop now, 747 is just going to be the tasty, tasty dessert on that buffet that Wheel just fed on in bottom lane. You know, we go Wheel! Go Wheel!
Go Wheel!
That was a huge fight for them. Because that mid fight that we kind of skipped over was not so good for them. Barely missing out on a pretty crucial kill. You could see the spike upwards. And now, dramatic spike downwards. As the team fight goes their way and they take a tier 1 tower. And that should not be happening, right? Complexity with their heroes should be superior force in team fights right now.
Yeah, and you know what? All of that was done without Silencer ulti.
Mm-hmm. Now, that does mean Wheel do have to chill out now, right? We used most of our big team fight ultimates.
Mm-hmm.
Got to take a breather.
Are they waiting on any big items? Yeah, I think you just wait for Timbersaw to get his Bloodstone. He's almost there.
Boy, do I wish that guy picked up another Defiance with all these team fights. Holy cow.
Hey, he made it work in that last fight, man.
He did make it work in that last fight. But would have worked so much better if he hadn't died in those other times, Charlie.
How many times has he actually died? He's only died twice, dude.
Yeah.
Watch. He's gonna get like a 20 charge Bloodstone or whatever, and he'll show you.
Well,
he's playing in the qualifier. You're not.
This is the fight to get that 20 Bloodstone. We'll see. They don't have a whole lot of ultimates. They do have Omni Slash. There goes the ultimate there from Moo. That's a good use of it as long as they don't get caught. Derp's caught in the static storm, but that's okay because a big RP lands out from Dota 2 with a bouncing Omni Slash. That is increased the cleave as well. They're going to be able to take up 2 kills off of that one. Turn on to Monkeys Forever, who did have the ultimate pop, so maybe Ifrit could run him down, but he's out of mana now. Did pick up those 2 Bloodstone charges, so a 2-for-2 trade-off there. With only 2 ultimates used, the RP as well as the Omni Slash.
No, the Global Silence was also used.
The Global Silence, yeah. Man, that was a huge RP. How many heroes did that hit? 3 or 4?
Hit 3 heroes. But one of them was the Abaddon.
Yeah,
you can't really burst him there.
Yeah, he just pops his ultimate right away to get rid of the stun, Aphotic Shield someone else.
Yeah, and I think the big problem for... So, one really bad thing happened for Cole and one really good thing. I guess the bad thing is that a good portion of the Centaur alteration... all right.
I don't know why Swindle stuck around here. He was so determined to get the pick off, and he's actually going to be okay.
Oh,
somehow.
He canceled his... He canceled the... What's it called? The Epicenter.
Burrow Strike is down. Oh, wow, he really did. Chakram went out. Okay, everything's still okay. Derp is not okay, though. He is going to die here. Ult's up there for Monkeys. Borrow time.
I mean, that's still a great trade for Wheel.
Yeah.
Unfortunately, the Epicenter got canceled, so Swindles managed to live.
So, did he glimpse it real quickly? Is that what happened?
I think he might have just
canceled himself.
I think he actually just moved too early.
Yeah, there's no way the glimpse could cancel it instantly unless you've been in the same spot for 5 seconds. Yeah. It was one of those instants, so...
So that's a little unfortunate, but it's still a good trade.
Hopefully Ifrit doesn't get caught. Gets the Timber Chain out. So he'll be okay. Layla's trying to take some time to farm and push out the side lanes. Global Silence is up in 5 seconds here. So they had to give up some of their early towers. They had a bad fight around their mid tower. But they are pretty determined, it seems like, to keep the rest of their objectives alive.
Yeah, and they circle their own jungle. I guess teams feel like this is going to be the next area of contention.
I'll take your tribute.
Let's see. What are Wheel going to do here? The push is coming out in the top lane. Those heroes are going to reveal themselves soon. They're going to head for bottom, try and catch Moo. Oh, he just blinked away and TP'd out. Good timing there from Moo. As the heroes reveal themselves at top, he backs away. He's going to join his allies. So what he successfully just did is prevented a trade-off there.
Yeah, they're not going to be able to defend this in time. That tower's dead.
Yeah, they are way too slow on the rotation. Not going to be able to defend this tier 2 or get a tier 2 of their own. So this is just a lot of wasted time for Wheel.
Well, they're smoked up.
Charge on to Ifrit, but there is the epicenter to be able to counter this one. He's going to be able to get the back line, trying to blow up Melons. They do have the RP off of that one as well. Eat through some of these heroes. They have the Shrine on top of everything else. They push these heroes into the Juggernaut, who had the Omni Slash ready to go, but unfortunately these heroes just seem to be too damn big and tanky for them to be able to finish off inside these ultimates. Ifrit, yeah, he's going to be okay. Stunned up a little bit more. KVH trying to threaten 747 with the help of Derp in the background. Don't let this hero just right-click you, but Derp is by himself a little bit too far away from his team. Ifrit, back and forth between trying to retreat and go forward, but now he's dropped so low and actually stuck up on the trips here. Oh, what a skewer. Actually puts him on top of the cliff.
My God.
And now maybe Ifrit can finish him up, but he cut the tree. He can't actually do anything, and KVH can't get to the high ground either. Ifrit needs to make a timber chain down, but these heroes are now healed up enough that Ifrit's in trouble. He's going to be blown up as well. One somewhat brilliant move from Dota the 2, and the rest of Wheel are not able to follow up, and it actually turns incredibly nasty. We'll lose the fight pretty dramatically in complexity and good control now.
It's like you're watching like things that could be great.
Yeah.
Could be great. And then it just the other half isn't there.
Yeah. If only Ifrit didn't throw that chakram so far and cut down that one tree.
Yeah.
He timber chains through, gets a whirling death. He leaves that chakram on top of them. Like, who knows? Maybe he actually has enough damage to kill Sniper or something, but instead, they lose the fight. They're going to lose Roshan as well, and complexity, which was once a kind of a tight game. I think complexity can now start running away with it, unless Wheel can come up with some sort of crafty plan to win this next team fight. At a significant disadvantage, they're going to be pulled back, losing Derp here. Static Storm used for that one, but it doesn't really matter with an Aegis. Complexity can take another objective.
Yeah, I gotta, at the risk of cursing 747 again, I gotta commend him on his positioning in all these team fights. Always in the back, you know, whoever gets caught with an RP or...
It does seem like, I think Derp had the right idea, right? He set his epicenter, tried to go for the back line, ended up hitting Swindles. 747 was just a little bit too far back. And then I think some of the rest of the team just kind of like tunnel visioned on what Derp jumped.
Mm-hmm.
You know, like they killed Swindles and everything. Then they used the RP, like skewered those heroes to the Juggernaut, thinking, oh, we can kill these heroes, but they really can't. It's an Abaddon and it's a Centaur. You just can't Omni Slash that anymore.
Yeah, it was his almost all the jumps of his Omni Slash. Another fight.
And that is not the person to jump either. Derp gets resoundingly denied that opportunity of initiation, loses his life, and the siege continues for complexity.
Yeah, and in that last fight, the Abaddon ultimate ate all the Omni Slash jumps.
Yeah. So that's tier 3s, which means now Shrines, complexity back up, but they've smoked and they're looking to go back in. So instead of doing the typical backup, take Shrines, they're actually going to try and take the quick set of Raxes if anybody overextends themselves from Wheel. They're using 747 now as bait.
This should be really obvious, though.
Yeah. Wheel are not going to be caught out here. Not today.
Well, Wheel is just sitting inside their base, too scared to move out. Both teams have all their ultimates up, but Sniper does have that Aegis.
Radiant's top tower is under attack.
I think so. KVH does recognize his problem of not being able to just jump on the Sniper, so he does get that Blink Dagger.
Yeah. They need a lot better initiation. They need Derp or Dota the 2 to be able to get to that back line and have Juggernaut follow it up. They can't keep on assuming that their big RPs and big epicenters can win them the fights when it's targeting the wrong heroes. Moo is going to have a Lotus Orb up next so we can deal with the global silence and still be able to have that Stampede at the ready.
Is he? Really?
Yeah, he's not going Axe yet. It makes sense, right? If you can't get rid of the silence, then the Axe is not really effective.
Let's click on Monkeys. It looks like Monkeys is also going that.
Oh, wow. Huh. I mean, maybe... I mean, he's got to put that Lotus Orb on someone else, right?
Yeah, I guess.
Kinda think
he can put it on himself. He can put it on himself and then still use other people. Yeah, keep other people alive.
Yeah, I guess it's better than using your ultimate. Just Lotus Orb yourself, Photic Shield somebody else.
Yeah.
And there's no rush on the Aghanim Scepters, I guess.
Well, they're looking to start making their move up to high ground now.
It is kind of disgusting, though, right? They get both Ags. Damage reduction for days.
This is like one of the worst feelings as a team. You're getting sieged by a Sniper.
Yeah.
And every other hero on his team is like super tanky. All you can maybe really do is kill Swindle.
Yeah. And part of that is they just don't have the item progression that they really need. Like, you would like to be able to see, say, Sand King blinks forward, 4 staffs the Sniper forward, because he's right-clicking that tower, burrow strike him. Then, you know, maybe they blink in and skewer that hero back or something like that. But they just don't have blink and 4 staffs by 27 minutes, and that's just one too many bad team fights.
Well, Magnus is maybe it's like 350 gold away.
Yeah.
Sell your PMS or something.
That's got to be pretty clutch, though. You blink and judge the force direction and distance well enough that you force staff him forward and skewer backwards. That'd be clutch.
That'd be such a huge play because Sniper is really their only building hitter.
Yeah.
Well, Cole backs off after taking that tower. Aegis is expired, so they're just going to farm some more.
Farm. How much are they up by now? Oh, my God. Remember when it was like 1,000 gold back and forth?
What is it at now?
12,000 almost.
All right. Well, I mean, that could swing back around if Cole makes a mistake and Wheel gets some massive team fight off with Silencer ult.
Yeah. 7 Bloodstone charges. You're feeling the...
He didn't even go for the full hood. Went for the Yules.
Well, let's not talk about that anymore, Charlie. It's triggering me too much.
I mean, I understand the fast Yules pickup. He doesn't want to get glimpsed. He doesn't want to get stuck in Static Storm. Come on, man. Have faith in your team.
Let's go, Wheel. No, actually, Wheel can't be compLexity, you know. You know why? Because if they could be compLexity, then they could probably beat most of the other teams, and then that means they can get playoffs and actually qualify.
And then you'll feel real bad.
And then I'll feel terrible. So they can't do that well, Charlie.
But
middle distance.
But they got to beat some teams.
Yeah, they can beat Team Freedom.
You throwing shade at Ike's Mike?
Eagle's my boy. I'd never throw shade at Team Freedom.
Throwing shade at BSJ?
No. Banana Slam Janima is the hottest Dota 2 player out there. That guy could be a Calvin Klein model if he wanted to be, Charlie. Don't disparage him.
Is that like a copy pasta?
Yes.
All right. I'm not up on my BSJ memes.
How, dude? Those BSJ clips are always on Reddit.
Dude, I've
BSJ, amazing Chronosphere.
I filtered that shit out. That is the only thing I've ever filtered out.
Really?
All the BSJ spam.
Man,
yeah.
it got me so many times. I was like, surely this time it's gonna be a good clip.
No, I filtered that out.
Yeah. It was. I mean, it was a good meme for 2 weeks. It's not there anymore. Don't worry.
Oh. All right.
You know who
High
I
ground
played
push.
with the other day?
Who?
Chi Long Kwa.
Wait.
And he has his voice modulator thing going too. It was pretty funny. And he wasn't bad. Like I felt like we were on the same page. Our allies were not.
All right.
But you know,
Do you call them shit stains?
I don't know because I told him his voice modulator was turned up too high. It was like so high that I couldn't understand it. You know, it was like too garbled.
Mm. Well, Cole is posturing right now to, I guess, keep Will in their base. I don't think they have too much interest in making a high ground push here.
Yeah, I mean, you might as well wait on the egg, right? Like we're setting up these theoretical ways that Wheel could defend, but those theoretical ways become so much harder when the axe is up for Centaur. Like even if you do get that force staff skewer back or whatever, then the axe goes down, and you're beating on this hero which isn't actually dying like it should.
Yeah, and then Abaddon runs forward, puts a shield on the sniper.
And he runs away at super fast speed.
Then you can't kill him, and then you've blown all your stuff, and you feel bad. And now he has an Aegis, or he will have an Aegis soon.
Yeah. In fact, he's going to get very tanky very fast as he's going Scotty next. So that's another feels bad moment.
Yeah. KVH just doesn't feel like he has the damage yet to really deal with all of these heroes.
Oh yeah, not even close.
And I think like one of the real sad parts is that for him is that so Wheel picked Magnus, and it's great with a melee core like Juggernaut, but he hasn't had a lot of time to really just empower farm. He's not even empowered right now.
Mm-hmm.
He just has to right click creeps the old-fashioned way.
Good job, Charlie. You got over that tongue twister.
Thank you, thank you. English is my second language.
Are you trying to make me feel like a dick? 747 is going to be Bro Strike, Skewer combination, but what a charge from Z-Freak. Actually hits multiple heroes, and it's Derp who's the one left out in the cold outside of his base. KBH push back from an ult from Z-Freak, but that's going to be ignored. There is a buyback from Derp. compLexity, they took a moment's respite there and hitting that melee racks. Man, that stride is just not enough healing for Dota the 2. He's going to be assassinated. The healing word will keep him alive, but they pushed all those heroes back far enough that they can finish off the melee racks and retreat with ease, or maybe not. Derp hits the two-man Bro Strike, follow up there. Nice stun from Moo with Static Storm. Prevents any progression there. KVH stuck inside the silence, is not able to get off his ultimate in time, and compLexity go right back in. I've taken one lane of racks, look for two. Ifrit dropping low, activates the Shrine with the Timber Chain through. Still going to be jumped by Moo. Dota 2 actually gets headshot as he attempted to skewer Z-Freak back. Doesn't actually get anything off. Nice bounce around there. Moo gets the Lotus Orb on the Omni Slash and does a good amount of damage, able to finish off one hero. Looks for the last kill on KVH, and they will have it. Whreck while whistling will be out in this best of one against compLexity.
Well, I think we both said we really like Cole's lineup. They had all the pieces to really build around Sniper very well and frontline tank for him while he just sat in the back. I think Wheel had some flashes of brilliance right there as they had some pretty good team fights with the Magnus ultimate. But at the end of the day, better draft usually wins.
True. So end score 26-16 at 33 minutes. compLexity looking strong as they move forward in the qualifier. That is going to be it for Charlie and I casting for the day. We're both going to head on over to the panel now, so we hope you join us.
I got another game.
Join us there. No, I thought it was just two best ones.
I don't know. The schedule's
Maybe
messed up
it's you.
anyways.
Well, I don't care if you have to cast more. I have to go panel. Anyway, thanks for watching, guys. If it's not me and Charlie, don't watch here. Go watch our panel. You jerk. Don't you disparage my MMR. That's the one thing I treasure most, Charlie.